know you guys were wondering where I've been. As a disclaimer, I've been working for like the last month and I've been just busy with life, so I haven't had time to really make videos, but I'm going to try my best to add and make videos occasionally, like maybe once a week or something, if I have the ability to. It's just been a hard motivation to make these videos, but I'll do my best. Anyways, I won't hold you up anymore, so let's just dive in. Ahoy, pirates! Welcome back to episode 5 of the Pirate101 Nuzlocke Challenge. Here's a quick recap. Captain Avery gave us our first ship, though it's more rust than sails, the Brown Cuckoo. He pointed us towards the legendary treasure of Captain Gunn, the prize every pirate dreams of. We met and trained with swashbuckler trainer Morgan Lafitte, and recruited our first two mates, Fan Flanders and Sarah Steele. But trouble is brewing. Rapid stole Gunn's will, fled the Blood Shoals, and even poisoned his own crew. There, we encountered the ghost of his fallen crew and uncovered the truth. Now it's up to us to stop Rapid and claim the treasure before he takes it all for himself. The hunt is on, so grab your cutlass and hoist the sails. Let's dive right back in. Before the episode began, we stopped by the swashbuckler trainer to learn how to wear and use light armor. After that, we pour back and begin our journey to track down Ratbeard. But first, we must lay each of his crewmates to rest. Lasco tells us that he and the spirits of Ratbeard's crew are bound in limbo to this place by the wrongs that they committed. To release them, we must help fulfill the deeds they left unfinished. Each crewmate carries the burden of their misdeeds. Mo betrayed his true love and is tormented by guilt. Manny betrayed his former captain, chaining his soul in grief. And Jack is haunted by the weight of his lies. Through Rapper's treachery, they've all come to understand the depth of their shame. Since we won't cover everything on one episode, we begin with Manny's betrayal of his former captain. Manny recounts the tale of his former captain, Zadok. Together, they sought a lost city of gold and discovered the passage leading to it. Zadok found the key in the city's gate, and they believed their fortune was made. But when terrible roars echoed from within, Manny and the crew panicked. Fearing doom, they sealed the door, abandoning Zadok inside. Since then, the place has been known as Traitor's Cave. Manny now asks us to find out if Zadok is still alive and rescue him. The key lies in the chest near the entrance. We grab the key and head straight into Traitor's Cave. Inside, we find Captain Zadok distressed and disoriented. He warns us to stay back, speaking of the powerful guardians that dwell within the cave. Zadok, unsure if we're real or a dream, has clearly gone mad from being trapped so long. When we mention Manny sent us, he erupts in anger, calling him a mutinous rat, yet he can't even remember who Manny is. A clear sign of madness from isolation. Zadok tells us that above lies the lost city of gold ripe for plunder. When his crew abandoned him, no one was left to operate the winch, trapping him below. Now that we're here, we can go up. Though his madness makes him shoot a wild no. He explains the witch requires a jade key, but the cave lizards have taken it. To retrieve it, we must defeat them. Once we do, Zadok says we'll be rich. After battling the lizards and retrieving the jade key, we return to Zadok. Still dazed and confused from his long isolation, he's relieved to see us. Pleased we have the key, he says we can ascend, but then pauses, warning of big things above. The old book claimed the ancient ones were gone, but Zadok hears the roaring thunder and doubts it was a dream. Bonnie Ann jokes he's lost his mind, but Zadok insists he's not crazy, just cautious, urging us to go first. Since the winch can only be operated from below, I will ride the basket and Zadok will work the winch, excitedly declaring the gold will be ours. We climb up the basket and see the city of gold. In a moment of disbelief, Anne mutters, "I don't think we're in Skull Island anymore." Suddenly, an Aztecosaur appears, Oxelhan Zatz, mistaking us for the Lord of Night. He quickly realizes the truth but doesn't seem to mind. "You are not the one," he says, eyes narrowing, "but I need your help." He introduces himself as an Aztecosaur from the doomed land Azteca. Long ago, his ancestors built this golden city, but entombed themselves, leaving it to the jungle. Azteca fell to the Queen of Shadows, who enslaved the Lords of Night. To escape her grasp, the shaman Itzin Halleck led his people here. He goes on grimly, "We traded one doom for another. Something evil now stirs in the ruins. Dark magic that's driven many Azteca warriors mad. His people are trapped, their food is nearly gone. He led a hunting party to find meat, but the frenzy took them. He was the only one who kept his wits. He asked us for help, recover the meat from the crazed hunters and bring it back to the Portal Plaza, where his starving tribe waits. After defeating the mad Aztecosaurs, we return to the Portal Plaza and meet the tribe. There, we're confronted by Lamek Chol, a fierce warrior who mistakes us for an agent of the Shadow Queen. Crush it! Slash it! He snarls, ready to strike. Wait! Stay your hand, commands Itzin Halak, the shaman. He stares in shock, not just at a scaleless one in Zol Akmal, but at the fact we came from the wells of stars, something he believed impossible. If you truly faced the crazed hunters and lived, says Itzin Halak, then you are mighty indeed. He eyes us curiously. Were you sent by the Lords of Night? Aid comes when we need it most. Then he leans in. But why have you come? Speak, outsider. Itzin Halak is impressed. Says we fought not for glory or reward, but to help. And for that, we've earned his respect. But warns, there's still more ahead. Lamek Chol steps up, furious. Calls Itzin mad for trusting a smooth skin. Threatens that the Lords of Night might abandon them if this continues. Itzin pushes back, reminds everyone Lamek Chol isn't the Ahau. He is, chosen by the Lords of Night to lead them. And he believes we were sent to help. Says we'll protect them all together. Itzin Halak tells us this refugee was once a grand city of his people. They returned here only recently, hoping to escape a coming cataclysm, but trouble found them again. As soon as they arrived, a dark curse fell over the city. Twisted magic meant to turn them into mindless killers and slaves. Itzin tried to hold it back, but without powerful talismans, he stood no chance. However, there's hope. A great crystal of Chanchich lies at the court of Aztec Azuma. Zichok priests went to recover it, protected by Ichin Tun amulets, but the evil spell overwhelmed them, driving the Finskulls mad. Itzin tasks us to head to the court, recover the crystal and amulet, and bring them back. If we succeed, we might break the curse and save them all. We reach to the courthouse, find the Finskulls lost to madness, cut them down, seize the crystal and amulet, and head back to Itzin, ready to end the curse. Itzin is glad for what we've done, but it's not enough. The counterspell won't hold forever. His people aren't safe until the curse is broken at its source. To break the curse, we must defeat Chok Akab, the heir of darkness who cast a spell. Long ago, he entombed himself beneath the pyramid of fire like their other ancestors. But now he's awake, twisted by shadows into something vile. Itzin and his people can't fight him. Raising weapons or claws against an ancestor is forbidden. Even trying would drive them mad. It is up to us to face the risen sorcerer and end this nightmare. Lamek Chol cuts in, snarling that if we fail, his people will leave this refugee and take Skull Island by force, crushing it to build their new home. Itzin steps forward, urging calm, reminds Lamek Chol of all we've done for their people and the hope we've brought. Lamek Chol scoffs, calling Itzin a blight on his people and all his kin. He claims the dark-haired wizard Morganeth promised many gifts, but they were lies. Now he says this one lies too. Itzin cuts him off, telling Lamek Chol to be silent. Reminds him the Tailless One stands under his protection. and orders him to remember his place. Itzen tells us 3 crystal statues stand in the Chamber of Fire, Chococob's tomb. If we shatter them, his dark power will be broken for good. He wishes us luck and sends us on our way. We head to the Pyramid of Fire and fight our way down to Chococob's tomb, clearing a few battles along the way. We shatter the first 2 crystals, but with one left, Chococob awakens, and the real fight begins. We defeated Chococob, shattered the last crystal, and break the curse for good. With the spell lifted, we head back to Itzen to share the good news. Itzen is overjoyed to see the shadow lifted from his people's souls, saying they're forever in our debt. They'll build a new home on this isle and live here in peace. If gold brought us here, the Aztecosaurs are glad to repay it. He sends us off with his blessing. May the stars guide our path. Bonnie Ann nods, saying that's done, and suggests we take some gold back to old Zadok. Figured he earned his fair share. We return to a confused Zadok who first thinks we're Manny, then recalls we were the ones up in the city. He asks if there was really treasure. When we tell him, he's relieved he's not crazy after all. Zadok says well done. Still amazed the monsters didn't eat us, and stunned they're just friendly lizards. He then tells us to go find Manny and let him know that he's forgiven. Manny is relieved that Zadok is alive and found his lost city of gold. He thanks us for clearing his debt and hopes our life turns out better than his. We return to Lasco, who's glad to hear Manny is forgiven and his soul's at peace. But there's more to do. 2 of his other shipmates still need their souls laid to rest. With Manny's debt settled and 2 shipmates still left to help, our journey's far from over. But that's where we'll leave it for now. Thanks for watching, stay sharp, stay sneaky, and we'll see you next time.